Hello, and welcome to Hydration Manager, the web app used to track athletes' ongoing hydration levels. This app was created so that athletic training departments would be able to track athletes' hydration levels without having to use pen and paper methods or Excel, as they have been before. Now, all of the data can be entered into this one single application, which will produce alerts and give ongoing data for the athlete's hydration levels based on the weights entered. So let's get started. First, you just click the login button to log in. Then it will take you to the weight entry page. On this page, you will be able to enter athletes' weights based on the date, the session for that date, and you will select either the pre-weight or the post-weight. Pre-weight will be the weights entered before competition or workouts, and post-weights will be entered after competitions or workouts. This page will also allow you to filter the athletes you have by the teams that are under management. So currently we have 3 teams: baseball, volleyball, and soccer. So if you filtered by soccer, it would show only players that are on the soccer team. Same with volleyball and baseball. And if you wish to see all athletes, you just click all athletes again, and they all enter here. So say we want to enter the weights for baseball 2017. Let's choose April 25th, and it'll be session 1 in the pre-weights. So all you have to do is enter the weights in numeric format, and you can do them one by one. And on this page, no enter button or entry key needs to be pushed. This is for ease of use so that a large number of weights can be entered at once. And so we'll enter the post weight after that. These weights will also allow for decimal input, so you can be much more precise with your inputs. Next, we'll look at the master report page. So this page shows all of the athletes under management. As before, you can filter by team. Let's look at all athletes. This will show their name, their most recent weight loss percentage based on the most recent data entered, their post-weight, their pre-weight, the date that those post-weights and pre-weights were entered, and their base weight. This page will also allow you to create an athlete. So here we can create, let's say, Tim Test. His base weight will be 200 pounds. And we will put him on the baseball team. So Tim Test is here. If you click on the athlete's name, you will navigate to the athlete report page. So once you're at the athlete report page, you can see that this will show all of the data. Currently he has no data, but he does have a name, a team, and a weight. If you click the edit athlete button here, you can change his name, you can change his weight, his baseline weight, and you can change his team. So let's change the volleyball to 2018, and you click edit, and all of that is reflected here. If you go back to the master report, and let's filter by volleyball 2018, Tim Tester is shown up. You can see he still has no data here, so let's change that. Let's go to weight entry, and let's go to volleyball. So Tim Tester, session 1, let's put 160 pounds. Oh wait, so I didn't put pre or post weight. So that warning will pop up and tell you that you need to enter that before you can continue. So if I click pre-weight, it will clear out all of the weights that was intended for the user. So you can go back and forth between pre and post weight. So let's put 155, and let's put a post weight of 180. Those weights are going to be way below the weights that we put originally. So you can put Tim Tester. You can see his weight currently is down here at 180. His baseline weight was 250. If I enter a few more weights for Tim Tester, let's do session 2, pre-weight 180, post-weight 190, and let's go ahead and enter a session 3 weight 2, just so you can see an example here. 175 and 195. So we go back to Tim Tester's page, and you can see this plot graph has been developed, showing his weight change over time, and his base weight is up here for his baseline. So he's far below his base weight, but that's just for the example of testing, so you can see the difference. Down here, it'll generate the colors. So there will be red athlete status, which is the worst status, yellow athlete, and green athlete. Currently, all of his weights were in the red because he is far below his original weight. Another example of this, if this has been sort of pre-entered here for John Doe, you can see that his weight has fluctuated a lot for this example. But you can see down here that he has multiple different statuses. Down here, he's actually missing a weight, which it warns you here and shows up white. So if you click on this box, you can actually edit that weight. So he doesn't have a pre-weight, so let's say his pre-weight was 155, edit the weight. And now it pops up down here, and it's in red status because he lost more than 5%. Okay, so we'll go back up here to the next tab, your teams. So this actually shows all of the teams that you have. It will allow you to create new teams as well. So if I forgot to make my football team, I'll make football. And then clicking on that team will take you to their master report, but no athletes are actually created for this team. So same as before, if I made football athlete and his weight was 200 pounds, he will now show up under this team, and same as before, you'll have to enter weight and all that data will start to show up. Finally, we have the alerts page, which this page is intended to give a current snapshot of what athletes are in red status and yellow status. Currently we have no athletes in yellow status, but we have athletes in red status for the day as well as long-term red status. Long-term red status will be athletes that have lost or gained significant amounts of weight from their baseline weight, while just a current red status, daily red status, is a large weight change for today. So we can try to generate a yellow athlete here. Let's go to weight entry, and let's do football athlete that we just created. Let's say their pre-weight is 180, and their post-weight was 188. So actually his weight change percentage was too large, but still shows you that he generates into the red athlete column here, as well as down here on the overall red athletes. Let's change his weight, his post weight, to 186. Now you can see he generated as a yellow athlete down here. He's not in the long-term yellow, but he is in the yellow athletes, and he's still in the long-term red, as you can see there. Finally, we have the admin panel for the admin users. This will allow them to see all of the current hydration manager users for this account. So they can change the roles and the status of these users. The admin role will allow the user to make athletes. It will allow them to make teams, edit teams, do all of that. The publisher user will allow the user to enter athlete weights and create athletes. And then finally, the view user can simply just see what is going on in the application. Down here, you can also change user access allowed per team. So you can add users to certain teams that if the user is a publisher, the admin will have to add them to specific teams for them to be able to access that team and change their weights. That's intended for the student volunteers or student workers so that the head athletic trainer has control over what data those workers can use. And finally, the profile, you can just simply change your email address, change your phone number. You click Save Profile, and that information is changed. You'll have to enter your current password and a new password to be able to change your password. So thank you for viewing this video, and we hope you enjoy using the Hydration Manager web application. Thanks again.